What's good, everybody? It's your boy Rondre 3000, and for those of you that celebrated yesterday, hope you guys had a good Easter. This is some of what I was able to do on my PlayStation because the PSN is down. We're looking at day 5 now, and we don't really have an ETA on when it's going to be back up, but I was able to do some offline combat training. I wanted to make sure I was, I guess you'd say, fresh for some scrims we got coming up that I'm really excited about. This is going to be some free-for-all on veteran. We're running on combat training. I'm going to use the GB variant favorite perks, and I'm not using any kill streak, so you know I get to work on my shot a little bit. And if you haven't played free for all on veteran yet, you're in for a treat. The bots on veteran are pretty ridiculous. They don't miss. They ADS before you come around corners. This is not sped up in any way, shape, or form. It's definitely not slowed down. So this is live recording as it happened. As I get smoked in the back by bot number 1. But yeah, like I was saying, I wanted to work on my shot and chose veteran just because it's a challenge. Like I said, the bots they start ADSing before you come down, before you come around corners. Look at this! I get turned on by a bot with a PM63 who's already down the tunnel. Wow. But yeah, I've been wanting to work on my shot, not necessarily moving around the map more intelligently, but working on my 1v1 situations and I guess you'd say my reflexes, but more importantly that shot, because as I've tried to practice more and more, and I'm playing with the red dot FAMAS and red dot AUG and whatnot. I haven't really ever played with the red dot, and it's a little different to look at. Normally, what I would do in a GB or MLG variant type screen is I'd run extended max instead of the red dot. But last week I ran red dot a few times and found that, wow, you know what? It's the glare and the cloudiness of the red dot didn't necessarily bother me as much as it did early on. Oh, check this out. Aimbot? Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, I've been wanting to get used to the red dot. Obviously, you can be more precise with it. Hit your longer distance shots with it. Pop firing is always good with the red dot. And I'm playing with the perks that I would normally use in a scrim like that. On firing range, sometimes I'll choose to run scavenger instead of lightweight, just because you're not really jumping off you know, second stories here a whole lot, and I'd rather be able to replenish concussion grenades and semtexes, but you know, whatever. It's all good. It's like I said, this is just offline combat training. So another thing I wanted to talk about, I saw a topic on Hubbit Gaming not too long ago, and I mentioned it in my last commentary about relationships in gaming. Actually, my buddy Taylor Korean also kind of mentioned something like this to me in a little discussion we were having about. These are basically my thoughts on it. The guy in the Hubbit Gaming forum basically posted something to the effect that, you know, he was gaming one night with his buddies, and he lives with his girlfriend now, and it was like I think it was like a ground war game. He was right in the middle of battle, and next thing he knows, he gets the disconnected screen on his PlayStation, and he's like, "What the hell just happened?" Turns out his girlfriend had pulled the plug on his router upstairs and, you know, killed his session. And he gave us a little bit of history on their relationship, and as it turns out, you know, like in I'm sure enough other relationships, the girlfriend had an issue with his gaming. And this is basically what I think it boils down to. If your significant other, male or female, obviously it happens, it's a situation that happens more with women because there are more guy gamers. and that's strictly what I think it is. It's just more guy gamers. Um, Stereotypically, we've seen it that the girls will have an issue with the guys playing video games. But what I think a lot of people are forgetting is why these girls are having an issue, or these significant others. It's not just girls. I've seen guys have the same issues. But what it all boils down to is this: if you are making sure that your significant other is, how should I say this? If you're making sure that the time that you're spending with your significant other is fulfilling to them, then whenever it's your own personal time, your hobby time, me time, that significant other really shouldn't have an issue with whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's gaming or getting out of the house to, I don't know, go golf, go to the bar with your buddies, as long as as long as you're not getting a DUI or being an ass when you come home. But yeah, make sure that the time that you're spending with your significant others is fulfilling to them. I made I made an example where that if your significant other, like say for example my wife, and we've had this discussion, just because I'm sitting in the living room with her as she's watching something like, I don't know, Grey's Anatomy or something, which is a show that I'm not really all that interested in anymore. I think it's taken a big downturn as far as the writing, but I used to be into it when the show first started. I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm pretty secure in my manhood. But yeah, I don't really find it all that interesting anymore. So sometimes I'll just sit in the living room while my wife's watching it. I'll be on my laptop watching YouTube or something. A situation like that does not count as spending quality time with your significant other, because while you may be there physically, you're not there mentally. And with women, I've found that that's just as important. And I really hate to be drawing these gender type stereotypes, but I'm just going to speak from my own experience. And if I offend anybody, I apologize, but I'm really not meaning any harm by this. With women, you need to make sure that your head is there. They want to know that your head is there as well. Just going through the motions, it just isn't going to work for them. So, next time your girlfriend or your wife or whoever it is that you're seeing gives you a hard time about your gaming, ask yourself the question: what have I done with them lately? Not what have you done for me lately. For those who get that reference, yeah, I'm showing my age there a little bit, but what have you done with them there, lately? I mean, have you gone out to dinner with them lately? When's the last time you actually had a real conversation with your significant other? Not just about, hey, what are we having for dinner tonight? But, hey, how was your day? Anything interesting happening at work or school, or, if there is a show that you guys like watching together, ask what that person thought of the show. Whenever my wife and I watch a movie, whether it's a good movie or not, we're always having a discussion about it afterwards. And that may be sounding like something that old people do, but I didn't marry my wife just because she's hot. I married her because I admire the person that she is. She's brilliant. I mean, she's extremely intelligent. She's got a great sense of humor. That's just a few of her many, I won't say redeeming qualities, because nothing to redeem. She's an awesome human being, but I didn't just want to look at her. I wanted to have conversations with her as well, and other things. That's why we have two beautiful children. But anyways, yeah, have conversations with your significant other. Make sure that the time that you're spending with them is meaningful. And I'm not just talking about, hey, well, we just went out to dinner the other night. Well, yeah, you went out to dinner and you might have had a great dinner, but did you have a good time? And I'm not just talking about, oh man, the steak I had was bomb. Or, I tried this new drink that the bartender made me, and I was so lit up afterwards. Did you have a good time with your significant other? More often than not, if you're getting a mate that's making these complaints, it's because they're missing something, or they're maybe just not getting. They're feeling like you're choosing the gaming or whatever your hobby is over them. And that, obviously, when you think about it, that's not something that you're thinking about consciously. You're like, of course I'm not choosing a video game over you. You're my boo. You're my baby, or whatever it is that you guys call each other. But your significant other, be it wife, your girlfriend, or spouse, they need to know this. And sometimes what may be completely obvious to us may not be for them. And with women, and again, I apologize for making these gender stereotypes here, they need to be told, or that came out wrong. They want reaffirmations. I'll put it that way. You got to show them, not just be able to tell them. You know, when's the last time you bought your girlfriend flowers? When's the last time you left a note in her purse that just said, you know, I love you? These kind of things I'm telling you guys. I'm giving you guys some stuff from my time-tested playbook here. This is gonna be stuff that you can use to make deposits in the bank, so that you can make withdrawals at some other point in time. I mean, this is stuff you should be paying attention to, guys. That's what I'm saying. Oh, also, what you're seeing here, this is basically showing you proof that you can get into Netflix with the PSN being down. What you're going to do is you're going to attempt to sign in 2, maybe 3 times, but each time it fails, you press the circle button on your PlayStation controller, and you get further and further into Netflix. And as you can see here, I'm in. I just did this this morning. This is live. This is not BS that I just pulled off the internet. This is something you can do. I was watching Netflix over the weekend. This is stuff from my instant queue. We do have kids, so you're going to see some Pingu and Caillou and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, don't think that just because the PSN is down, you're shut out of Netflix. You can definitely get in. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, if you haven't watched the series Weeds, that's a good series to watch. It's pretty funny. Also, Californication is another one to watch. But that's it for the commentary this time, guys. If you're entertained for these 12 or so minutes, please do me a favor and leave me a thumbs up or some kind of comment in the description down below. Read all of them, and I really appreciate them. Thanks, guys. Peace out.